If I was to ask you what you really see when you look at me, is it a refraction or is it reality? Let's go. I know what that was. Bow, 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 wow, wow, wow. Bow, wow, wow. Yep. I've got nothing. Hello. My name is Amanda. This is the Tequila Hour. It is Sunday, the 24th. 24th? I don't think so. Unless I've come back in time. Isn't that a song? It is the 27th of April, 2025. Yes, I may have partaken in a couple of drinks. Yes, I've got a lot to discuss today. So sit back, relax. If you're like me, in Australia right now, it is, let me check out the time, it is 4:29. It's just time to chill. It's time to grab a drink. Like I said, if you need sustenance, get some sustenance. Just listen as I talk about a topic of conversation that this is going to be podcast number 1, as in I will do version 1 and version 2. I'll explain it in a second. If you're interested, play along, but I'd really like you to join me today. So, refraction. You be like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? We could talk about, not we, me. I don't know what I'm saying now. I will talk about a couple of subjects today, one of them being refraction and what that means. And I want to actually expand your mind on this topic. And this is something that leads into a project that I am personally working on. It's going to be likely, not going to be, it will be a project that will take some time. I want to just talk about, I'm being very ambiguous, I know, but I want to talk about refraction. And like I said, it will be in 2 parts. But first, let's do some motherfucking admin. If you've stumbled upon this podcast and you're like, what the fuck? Yes, I am Australian. I am in New South Wales, in Australia, in the secret location. I've told you where it is. Get on board. My name's Amanda. This is the Tequila Hour. Grab a drink. I'm already having a drink. Let me tell you what I've drunk so far. Hence the title of this podcast. Sometimes I normally partake in tequila. Today I have done so. I will add something in the description because for the life of me I can't think the name of the tequila off the top of my head, but it's actually very enjoyable. My husband bought it for me. Thank you. And right now I'm drinking some Smirnoff Ice Double Black Zero Sugar cans. They're glorious. If you haven't tried them before, get on it. Is that a song too? What's with these songs? I don't know. Anyway, yes. That's it. No, the end of the podcast. No. There's a couple of things. I want to talk about refraction, and I'll get into that subject because it's, to me, it leads into another subject that's very, very interesting to my consciousness, Basically, that's the only way I can describe it. I also am right now doing an experiment and starting that experiment today in line with the ideal of refraction. And thirdly, I'm going to touch on some beauty shit. I'm going to touch, I don't know what I'm saying. I can't speak. I'm going to touch on some it gets better. It does when I can speak properly. I'm also going to touch on some recent makeup purchases, mainly Ismaya Beauty. I didn't end up going to her beauty lab that was in Mecca and, whatever, it is what it is. But I did purchase some items from Ismaya, which is now available in Mecca, Australia. And, mate, I've got to talk about it. I'm wearing some of her products today. Side note, they're the shit. I think I love her. No. Look, she's just, I don't know her personally. Do I want to? Maybe. Mate, she's cool. That's all I can say. I'm fucking loving it. So, I'll talk about the items that I've bought recently. I will add them to the description of this podcast for you as well if you're playing along. So let's get into I'm grabbing the microphone so you're probably hearing shit in the background. Yes, this is not the most highly sought after perfect alignment of audio recording that there ever was. If you do not want to be part of it, jump out now and go and watch Days of Our Lives. If you are someone who's just happy just to chill, grab a drink and be cash and listen to me ramble on, then please continue listening to this podcast. So, first of all, I'm going to just calm myself. I want to talk about refraction. Yeah. Okay, first of all, if you aren't a nerd, and I'm not going to say to you I'm a secret nerd, I am a fucking nerd. I wish I was a astrophysicist. Secretly, maybe, in my mind's eye, I could be. I'm not because physics, no, actually it was, I've never done physics. I've done chemistry. What am I saying? I've done chemistry. I found it very challenging because I'm not mathematically inclined. That was many moons ago. If I was to talk to you about the idea, it's not even an idea, it is the subject of refraction, I'm going to actually talk about it and describe it to you via a Google search, via what is described when you do a quick search, as in the meaning. And then I want to actually lead into why I'm talking about this word and this subject today. If you play along and follow me on Instagram, I don't know what's happening. I can't speak. Clearly, I've had too much to drink. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll get it out eventually. I have the Tequila Hour page. I have the _1. I just give up now. I just should stop. Anyway, I'm not going to, so suck it. Just breathe, Amanda. Yes, this happens sometimes. I get excited. I'm excited about this topic because it actually is something that leans into another subject that is very, very exciting to me, and it is also leading into a personal project that I'm working on, and that's probably why I'm really excited to talk about this particular phenomenon today. So refraction. What is refraction? And you'd be like, who gives a fuck? And I actually tell you, if you're not interested, fuck off. But refraction is a change in the direction of waves passing from one medium to another caused by its change in speed. It is the deflection from a straight path undergone by a light ray or energy wave in passing obliquely from one medium, such as air, into another, such as glass, in which its velocity is different. So in physics, refraction is the redirection of a wave as it passes from one medium to another. I'll repeat that if you're playing along. In physics, refraction is the redirection of a wave as it passes from one medium to another. The redirection can be caused by the wave's change in speed or by the change in the medium. I'll stop it there. Why am I talking about this today? I want to read something that I put into ChatGPT. I'll spit it out, ChatGPT, which then aligns into another subject, like the project that I'm working on, a personal project. No one knows about it. I'm not going to tell you about it in its entirety because it's a secret, and I'll get there. I'll talk about refraction. Refraction in physics refers to the bending of a wave, say for example as light, as it passes from one medium to another due to a change in its speed, which I just mentioned. For instance, when light travels from air into water, it slows down and changes direction, resulting in the bending effect we observe, hence refraction. Metaphorically, refraction can be likened to the human experience of personal transformation. Just as light bends when entering a new medium, individuals often adapt and change direction when encountering new environments or challenges. This is what I'm leading into. This bending doesn't signify a loss of identity, but rather an evolution allowing for growth and new perspective. Right, why am I talking about this today? There is a project that I'm working on. It's not about refraction. It is about actually, I can't talk about it. I was about to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it. Suffice to say, there is a lot of research that I need to do. It is about quantum entanglement in line with a particular application that I'm working on. That's all I'm going to say. I've said too much. That's all I'm going to say. What I want to talk about, though, in line with refraction, is that second paragraph that I talked about in reference to the human experience and personal transformation. And leaning into when a direction of a wave, I'm going back to what I'm saying a second ago, change in direction of a wave passing from one medium to another caused by its change in speed. Let's take speed out of the acceleration, whatever you want to call it, out of the discussion today. I want to talk about refraction in the sense of the human experience in line with change. So, yes, if you know me at all, I waffle. Sometimes I sound like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Sometimes I don't. But these are subjects that really, truly do fascinate me. And it's not even about, I'm not even delving into personality types. I'm not even delving into, well, I kind of am delving into who you are as a human being. These do align with some of the subjects that I've talked about in the past in reference to self-development, sense of self, etc. I'm going a layer deeper and some. I'm saying to you today, when I talk about refraction, I right now am doing a live experiment in the art of refraction, in the sense of if you met me in my life and in my day-to-day machinations, love that word, that you see me a certain way. Physically, no, that's not a word. Physically. You see the physical being that is Amanda, Jeffrey. You see what I look like. If you were to go a level deeper, you may or may not know some of the personality traits that I exhibit. So you may or may not then go even deeper than that and go, you exhibit that personality trait because of A, B, and C. What I want to discuss when I talk about refraction and the, experiment that I am currently doing right now, live, trying to explain it to you, is not only my sense of self, and then if I was to look at myself in the mirror and leading into refraction and saying to myself, looking beyond what I see as an image in a mirror, closing my mind and not seeing not only myself but in my mind's eye what I look like. Yeah, I'm getting deep here. I am talking about the ideal or theory or discussion around physiological refraction in the sense of personality, in the sense of who you are as a person, leading into, okay, you see yourself in one way, people see you in another way. Do you and people see you the same, or do you see yourself different? And that then in its totality leads into a very interesting topic that I am really trying to wrap my head around probably in its entirety. I'm getting there, and it has improved a lot in the last, probably like really the last month or so, which is unbelievable. Self-worth. And this is, and you'd be like, well, how did we get here? I today went, I'm just going to, wait, first I'm going to have some of my, I need a drink. Drink break. Yep, that's the only smash pad I had. Guess what? Rode haven't sponsored me, even though I reached out to them and asked them for a sponsorship. They did not. Fuck you. No. Look, I love Rode. I love my Rode Procaster too. If you didn't know, absolutely love it. But I'm telling you right now, as a person who, this is a medium that I love doing, I would love to be supported by the company that I support and spend my money on, and yet I have no influence in what they call the reality of influencement. Is that a word? Therefore, I don't have any code, anything I could provide to direct you to Rode products. So I know Rode as a company will never listen to my podcast. One day they will, when I have lots of followers, and I will say to you, get fucked. It's very likely. Anyway, I digress. Yes, you could say I'm bitter. Maybe just a tiny bit. Refraction, the experiment, part 1 and part 2. So let's break it down. If you are playing along and listen to my podcast on a regular basis, you would know that I am someone who right now in my life exploring many subjects and objects. I don't know why objects came out first, but subjects around self-development. I am, like I just mentioned, but not in its entirety, a project that I'm personally working on. I'm not going to talk about it because it's not ready yet. I will talk about it one day. It will happen. I will say to you right now, though, these are some of the conversations that I need to get my mind around in leading to the project and what I'm trying to achieve. Ambiguous, I know. Refraction. Like I just mentioned, if I was to look into the mirror, same, I see me. I see what I look like, who I am, and then, if I was to pause and really look at myself, I start to see not the physical or the physicality of my body, which of course I see because it's a mirror. It's then refraction, and then it's who am I as a person? What am I seeing in the mirror beyond what I physically see with my vision? Am I seeing a person who is kind and caring and wants to know more and is, I was going to say sad. I don't know why that came to mind, man. There is a component of that. Really, I am trying to, do I need to work it all out? I don't think I'm going to work it out today. What I will say to you, though, when I talk about refraction, and I'm talking about the physics of bending of wave through a different item and then it refracts. So the example being light, people would understand that. If I was to say to you that in the term of a person and a personality, that's something very different. Now, the experiment being today that I'm leading right now, which you don't know, I'm going to explain it to you, is how do you see me and how do I see myself beyond just the physical? Oh, that was a weird burp. That just my microphone picked up. Awkward. I will cut the out, by the way. If I was to say to you that, yes, I see what I look like as a human being, and then if I was to close my eyes or even not close my eyes and really look at myself in a mirror, I delve deeper, not only into me and my emotions, but how I might feel that day or who I am as a person in its totality, etc. What I'm saying to you is today's experiment is I cut off all my hair completely. You'd be like, what are you talking about? So I'll step back a couple of steps. For the last, 2 years, I've been growing my hair. Talking about the physicality of a person here. I started to grow my hair. I grew it. It was, past my shoulder blades. Got over it because I'm one of those people, I couldn't really give much of a fuck about my hair, to be honest. I liked having hair, but it was annoying. Often I felt very hot, probably because I was, going through menopause, etc., all the shit. And I run hot. So I got over it. So I think 2 or 3 years ago, I decided I'm going to start growing my hair and see how long I could grow it, just for, I don't know, an experiment. To where I would say to you, I don't know, 2 months ago, just before I went to Japan, or did I do it after Japan? Fuck, I can't remember now. I cut my hair off. So I had long hair past my shoulder blades. It was getting pretty long. Cut it off, was over it. Cut it off into a bob. Today, I actually went to Just Cuts at Tuggerah at Westfield. Now you know where my May reside in New South Wales. And I got a number 1 buzz cut, like Sinead O'Connor. That's what I look like right now. Cut it off. Why did I do that? Number 1, sick of having hair. Sick of it. I don't know what it is. Just sick of it. Sick of having hair. I'm just over it. I couldn't care less about having hair. Honestly, hair doesn't define me. I don't know. I'm not worrying about having a perm or having a certain colour or having a certain wave or having a certain style to my hair. The majority of time when I've had hair, because now I don't have any hair on my head pretty much, that I pulled it back because hair, if I had it out, was annoying. It was in my face and it made me feel hot. And B, even when I had it back in a ponytail using a scrunchie, I felt hot. I didn't blow dry my hair every day. I didn't style my hair every day. I didn't, honestly, pretty much my default was pulling my hair back in a scrunchie into a ponytail at the end. When I got over growing my hair for, I think it was close to 2 to 3 years, got a bob. Loved it. Went to Japan. Actually, no, it was after Japan. I'm just thinking. Went to Japan, came back, cut it short, like to the bob, because I was over it. Over it, couldn't care less, needed a change. I'd been thinking about it for a long time, got a bob. So I'm talking about the bob being to my jawline, as in my hair. As I just mentioned, my hair was past my shoulder blades and plus some, so halfway down my back. That's how much my hair had grown. Anyway, my hair needed a haircut. Over it, couldn't give a shit. Got a bob. I've had a bob before, feeling it, loving it. Hair grew back pretty quick, and before you knew it, I was pulling my hair back into a scrunchie anyway. Now, today leads me into today and the subject of today, refraction. I would say to you that if I just go over what I've just discussed, having hair really doesn't, I really couldn't give a shit. I really don't. I'm not a hair person. I'm not defined by my hair. I'm not worried. I mean, sometimes I'm like, shit, it's going really grey or whatever. I like to have dark hair. I naturally have black or dark brown leading into black hair. I like dark hair. Yes, my hair's getting greyer. Yes, it's getting thinner. All in all, styling, blow drying, treatments, all the rest of it really is not my bag, right? Couldn't give a shit. So the idea of, as an experiment, my apologies for hitting, you'll probably pick that up in the background, whatever. That the idea of just cutting it all off and not worrying about it really appealed to me. Now, now I'm hitting the microphone. I'm going to have a quick sip of my drink. Drink break! Talking about the topic of refraction, that why the experiment? Okay, number 1, over the hair, over it completely. Number 2, I thought to myself, this could be an interesting game, concept, idea to see my reaction to cutting my hair off completely. So like I said, I have had long hair for like 3 years, had a bob to my jawline. It grew to my, between my jawline and my shoulders. Today, shaved it off. Sinead O'Connor is what I look like. Okay, it's number one. No one's seen it yet. I did post a picture, an image, I don't know, half an hour ago on Instagram. Maybe someone might pick it up that I have no hair. We'll see what happens. And this is all a part of the experiment today. Why am I doing this experiment? I want to do it for myself and how I see myself as a person, and then how people see me as a person. Leads into the idea, the subject, the topic of discussion today, refraction. And you'd be like, really? You're bending light and you're through a different surface and it bends and this is what? No. It is about how people see you in a different light. That's what I'm getting at. How do I see myself in a different light? Okay, so I'm at the hairdresser's today, just cuts at Tuggerah, kind of giving a hint of where I reside. If you play along, you know where I live. Anywho, sit down, I'm like, buzz cut, take it off. Now, the hairdresser who did my hair, that was experiment number one. She didn't flinch. She didn't even react at all. I think she might have said at one point, she said, have you had this haircut before? I said, yes. I actually haven't. I lied. I've had a short haircut before a long time ago. I'd have to really think about it, but it was like 20 plus years ago. I've had short hair, like a pixie cut-ish with an undercut. Never had number one. No, I'm pretty sure I haven't. No, I haven't. So I lied. I've never had number one, even though I think I've said to people that I have. Never had it. So I'm like, yeah, number one, get rid of it. Sinead, Demi Moore in bloody that movie where she's the army soldier, whatever. That's what I look like right now. So experiment number one, the hairdresser didn't react, didn't flinch. This is what I said I wanted. She did it, right? Only at one time did she ask me, have I ever had this haircut before? And I said yes, which I lied. No reaction. She just did it. We had a great conversation about children and life and whatever and shit like that. It was just an easy conversation. No, like, fuck me, shit, you look weird. None of that. Okay, so it was like that was experiment number one because I was interested to see when I went to Just Cuts at Tuggerah, like I just mentioned, what the reaction would be of that person cutting my hair when I had hair and going buzz cut, take it off, right? So that's number one. Now I know. Number two, because this is a reaction – because I need to stop hitting the microphone. This is a reaction of a person who doesn't know me, okay? They don't know me in my world, in my existence. They've never met me before. They don't know what I've looked like in the past. They only know what I look like in the present. In that moment of time at, what was it? Stop hitting the microphone, Amanda. At 11 something p.m. No, it was 11 p.m. 11 a.m. today. Right there and then, she met me. She cut my hair. A brief moment. That's it. so that she didn't have any history to what am I trying to say? She had no history to rely on. She didn't have anything or any preconceived notions of what was and then what would be. So I was still surprised by, in a slight way, that there was no reaction. And then for myself, my reaction. So I think because it is something I've thought about for a little while now, about just cutting it all off, that it was freeing. It's freeing. It's something where I've thought, I just want to just cut my hair off. I know it sounds really weird. I just want to get rid of it. I couldn't care less. I'm over it. Get rid of it. Not that I'm defined by my hair in any way, shape or form. I'm just trying to say that I wanted to know what my reaction would be when not having any hair on it. No, that might sound weird. That I'm still, okay, thank you, Windows update, that I'm still the same person. I just have shorter hair. Do you know what I mean? And to know what that felt like and that I still feel the same. Do you know what I mean? And that I don't know if I thought I was going to have an adverse reaction or I was going to have an exciting reaction or I was going to have a scared reaction. My husband has just pulled in the driveway. Now, this will be the next experiment. Experiment number 2, getting my hair cut and then my husband seeing my hair cut because he hasn't seen it yet. He doesn't know that I'm getting a haircut. So I'm going to pause it now and I'll come back. Okay, bye. And I'm back. Yeah, it was one of the responses that I anticipated, not the absolute response that I thought I would get. So experiment number 2 now, yeah, I can't tell you. I'm going to tell you in next week's podcast the actual reaction. Yeah, because I don't want him to hear my reaction. Let's just say it was a reaction I anticipated and not out of the ordinary yet. Really? Anyway, so the next experiment, I got distracted by some young dude running and it's now, time is it? 5:21, it's dark, getting dark outside anyway. Good for you. Go you, mate. Yeah. The next reaction or experiment number 3 will be my work colleagues. So I will report back to you. I have posted one picture of myself with my short hair. I haven't had anyone view it yet, so perhaps they don't know. So I'll be very interested to see what experiment number 3 looks like tomorrow. And like I said, next week being part 2, I will give you a blow-by-blow story time snapshot synopsis of the week that was in line with this. And yeah, this is the thing. It's, if you were to say, I don't know, if you wanted to test the waters to see how people see you and how you see yourself, cutting your hair is a good one. Because, you know, people get so used to seeing you look a certain way, or even like not just hair, but any type of physicality overall. People get used to, and you get used to seeing yourself in a certain way, certain light, and then to see yourself in a completely different way, like from one extreme to another. This is why I did it. Oh, this is not why I did it. I don't even know I just said that. I didn't do it just to get a reaction, or did I? Maybe part of me did, to get a reaction and see what the reaction would be. But I didn't just do it to see what other people's reactions were, but I wanted to see what my reaction was to other people's reactions. I know that sounds weird, and it all ties back to sense of self, believe it or not. So this is a lot of stuff that I've been working on for some time. It seems, I was going to say ominous. It's not. It's something that I have been working on for a period of time. It is something where, it's now I'm beyond the bullshit of it all and just going, this is it. And then sitting with that, seeing what the reaction is, and then formulating my own reaction and being comfortable with that. In the myriad of what that could be interpreted as. Yeah. So, it's an interesting experiment, and I will keep you all updated in the next episode. Moving into the next topic of can't speak. The next topic of discussion today is Maya. All right. Is a Maya beauty? Yes, I'm going to quickly look it up on the internet for you so I can actually talk about some of the products that I've recently purchased through Mecca, which is a store in Australia. No, I didn't buy them from her website directly because unfortunately you cannot buy her items from her website and have them imported into Australia. Don't ask me why. There's probably a reason. I would probably hazard a guess to say it's likely that it was so fucking expensive to send items from England to Australia, hence why she's done a whole deal with different merchants. So in America, my understanding is that she's now, her line or a particular line she created is now available in Sephora in America. For us beings, I don't know what else to describe it as, we have now been blessed to have Izamaya in Mecca. For some reason it's not opening. I don't know why, so I'm going to go to my trusty phone because fuck you, Google. So bear with me as I open my phone and open my Mecca Maxima website. Something must be our internet connection, and it must be because it's playing up at the moment. Yeah, no, it's not working. It's not Google. I'm blaming Google for my issues, but it's actually not. Let me see if I can find it via the Mecca application, phone app. I'm using an iPhone, by the way. Is a Maya. No, I have the Circle of Death. Fantastic. Anyway, I will quickly let you know some of the items that I purchased. Oh, now it's slowly opening. So, some of the items that I purchased. I purchased 2 of the metal lip balms in the shades, if it allows me to open them, in the shade Bronzite and Gilded. So Bronzite, use your brains, bronze coloured. Gilded, very similar actually in shade colorants. Is that a word? Metallic. Let me describe it to you so you know what I'm talking about. Liquid foil, as it's described, metal transforms your palette with a prismatic finish that's bold yet wearable, while balm is a pearlescent melting stick. So I got the metal, featuring the iconic pantomime and chalice. This emollient-rich glaze melts into lips, delivering multidimensional sparkle and ultra-glossy payoff, perfect for wearing solo or layered for instant drama. Or metal plus balm shades can be paired with the lips refill case. I bought a couple of them for customizable statement making touch. Talks about ingredients. Couldn't care less unless it had, I don't know, what's asbestos, but it doesn't. Current views on the website is 4. Basically loving the formula and basically loving that it doesn't transfer. Okay, so like I mentioned, I have 2 of those. The other products that I bought were lip liner. I bought 2 lip liners. I've only used one of them thus far, which is Arabica. I believe is the one that I've been using. Highly recommend. The shade is fucking amazing. The other product I bought was the Izumaya lip lacquer in the 6 shades, and I bought the metal shade, which is how do I describe it? It's like a heavy gloss with. It's not black, but it has like a shimmery black silver look to it. Is it the best thing I've ever used? No. It's actually a product that's very hard to get out of the components thus far. I don't know if that's because it's cold and it's not coming out, but yes, it's okay. The other product I bought was the Hydro Lip, which is a volume enhancing glossy lip serum. I've used it once. Was it earth-shattering? No. Was it nice? Yes. Would I buy it again? No, I wouldn't buy it again. It wasn't that amazing, but for a lip treatment product, it was really good. For me, the product and I bought 2 of the lip case refills, which is basically a case for the balms, which are interchangeable if you want to use it. Feedback on those is the magnet, which there is feedback on the actual Mecca website as well. It's not strong enough. So if you put your balm, may it be the metal or the other balm in the case, it's not strong enough. Therefore, I feel like the seal isn't as good as it could be. Yes, it looks beautiful. It feels nice in the hand. Not worth the money, to be honest. The metal lip balm, the 2 colours that I have, very happy with them. Just to go over the 2 shades that I got was the Bronzite and the Gilded. Was it as metallic as I thought it would be? No. And then when you start actually doing some further research via the internet and checking images, and this is the other thing, Izumaya, probably on purpose, doesn't have clear shit ton of images of her lipstick products, as in all the shades and swatches and on the lips and on an arm and etc. on her website. I would say to you it's just smart marketing because it's not what it's described. The description of the product is not what it is in its reality. Yes, it's a beautiful product. I'm not going to say to you it isn't. It's very comfortable thus far on the lips. I've only had it on for a short period of time, so can I tell you it wears all day? No, I can't tell you that. I wore the lip pencil underneath it, which I'm hoping would increase the longevity of the balm itself. The pencil is phenomenal. I will give it that. It is very comfortable. It seems to be long wearing. It's got enough slip but not too much slip. The colour is amazing, which I got, so I highly recommend the lip liners. That's an easy yes. The lip balms, was it metallic as I wanted it to be? No. I really was hoping it would be more metallic, especially the Gilded shade that I purchased. You know, when I talk about gilded, I'm thinking gold. I'm thinking like a real, you know, bronzy gold. It's beautiful. Is it bronzy gold in its totality? No, but it is beautiful and it feels nice on the lips and it's not moving around too much, and I do like it, but it could be more, in my opinion, more metallic. But I would probably hazard a guess that I haven't formulated a metallic lipstick ever in my entire life, so I can only imagine that to have a lipstick that had the pigment plus the metallic finish that didn't feel gritty would be very difficult to produce. And I would probably hazard a guess that the level of metallicness is probably as much as she could produce without it being in any way, shape or form creating crustiness or feeling yucky on the lips or any of that kind of shit that, you know, if you're someone who loves lipstick like myself, you would notice very quickly. I'm excited to try more of her products, to be honest. I would say to you that if I was to say her lip products, like being the pencil in particular, are the leading products. A lot of her products do lean towards the whole skin care enhancement category. I've got enough skincare. I'm not interested. I am a lip person, so yeah, I'm interested to try the lip balm against the lip metal and see the pigment pay off and what that looks like and the feel of it. Was I impressed? Is okay. I'm not blown away. This is the thing. It's one of those products where, you know, it's not the 90s anymore. I don't know why they were so good back then, but metallic lipsticks, as in that real metallic sheen that you used to get, you just don't get them anymore. And, you know, it just means that I will still be on the journey of finding the perfect red metallic lipstick. I haven't found one, to be honest. The metallic version that is a mate, she doesn't have a red one. That's the thing. She has one that's like a, without seeing it in person, looks like a pinky hue. Not interested. If it was red, mate, I would have already been talking about it. So this is the thing. Happy I bought them because they, like, I've got like the gilded shade on my lips today. It's very comfortable. It's not moving around too much. Good payoff. No grittiness for the metallicness of the lipstick, but it's not metallic enough for me. It's not. It's just not. It's not. The premise is good, but the premise is not enough. So I'm interested to see what else she comes out with in regards to her core collection for Mecca. You know, the core collection in America is for Sephora. They don't sell it here in Sephora in Australia. So, yeah, I'll keep you posted. But, yeah, I'm very happy. And that's the thing. I did have the opportunity to meet her in the Mecca store in George Street. For many reasons, I didn't get there. It was on a Friday. And, yeah, it would have been a whole mission to get there. So, unfortunately, I didn't go. I would have enjoyed going to see what she was like in person and, you know, do a whole podcast around that, but that didn't eventuate. So, yeah, there's always, I was going to say this next time, but there probably won't be a next time. Quick drink break. Oh, awkward. That was a bit rude, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh. I just literally spelled drink down myself. Anyway, so, yeah, that's the thing. Am I happy with the products that I've bought from Izumaya thus far? Yes. Could they be better? Yes. This is the thing. The gilded, like I said, I was hoping it would be really gold leaning. You look at pictures and it looks golden, but it's not full gold shade. And, do you really want to wear gold lipstick on your face? This is the thing. It's very hard to pull off. It means then that, like today where, you do the gold on the eyes and then you wear a shade that's leaning but not gold as such. So I'm okay with that. But in regards to, is it metallic? No, it's not. It's beautiful. The shade is beautiful. It has a really beautiful shimmer and the feel of it is gorgeous. Is it metallic? No, it's not metallic. So if you are someone who really are looking for that, and this is the thing, it's really not a formula that a lot of people seem to be attracted to, probably because, yes, in the past you would purchase metallic lipstick that felt disgusting because it was gritty. So it's not a formula that a lot of companies, make, let alone you can purchase, let alone people are walking around with metallic lipstick on today. I thought that based on not just Isamea's metallic, but there's a couple of other brands that have brought out in air brackets metallic lipsticks. Half Magic comes to mind. I swatched them in store, and for all the, not hype, but, this is the thing, especially with metallic lipsticks, if you really are after a true metallic shade, then you have to swatch it. This is the thing, because the Half Magic ones, the crystal formula that look all sparkly, I think this was 4 shades of them. And there was one that was a bronzy shade. It was beautiful in the bullet, but you swatch it and it just didn't have enough pigment. It did not have enough base in it to warrant, even though it was reasonably priced. I think it was $30, I think, for the, I don't know, whatever they call it. I'll put it in the description of this podcast. It's like a crystal formula. Yeah, it looks beautiful in the bullet, and they've saved some money on the fact that the bullet is paper. Good for you, but I'll get past that. But if you're then going to push this, then it has to be sparkly, and it was just not. The base of the product was just not. There was nothing. It wasn't enough. So yeah, it's clearly a formula that companies struggle to make, in reference to the colour payoff, but not having the glitter be uncomfortable. So I don't know. I'm not a lipstick creator at this point, so yeah, I have no idea how hard it'd be, but clearly it must be, because no one's been able to do it even in this modern age. Isamaya came kind of close, but no, not close enough in my opinion. Yes, it's beautiful, but no, it's not metallic. It's metal-ish. I mean, maybe that's what it needs to be called, metal-ish in air brackets, but it's not metallic at all. So, sorry, not sorry. Anyway, so I think I'm going to leave it there today. I don't really have much more to discuss because, like I said, the whole main topic of discussion is in motion, and I won't be able to give you a definitive answer until next week when we talk about part 2 of Refraction. But yeah, thus far, and I will talk about Mr. Yes reaction, but not right now. Anyway, thank you to those who, and I'll lead into this straight into it. Thank you to those who do listen to my podcast every week. Thank you for downloading. You can always give me some feedback if you are so brave, but no one heads thus far is. So I challenge you all, for anyone who does listen to this podcast, to give me some feedback. You can do that via the text message option on Buzzsprout, and you do also have the option to do that via Spotify. And you can also reach out to me anytime via my email address, which is info@thetequilahour.com.au. I do have my associated Instagram handles being _tequila hour and then _1_Amanda pages and their associated YouTube pages as well. Anyway, we are at an hour. We are at 5:44 p.m. on Sunday, the 27th of April, 2025. This has been a Tequila Hour, and I will catch you on the next one. See ya. Bye.
Take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like home. Yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you. All that I crave when you're away, nights are sleepless. Do we need space? Yeah, maybe a break. Boy, you're my weakness. Give and we take, the love that we make, it's my favorite drug. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like home. Yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you. You got me feeling some type of way. You make me wanna stay in all day. You're the reason I can't get out my head. I just can't stop thinking about you. I just can't